welcome to or welcome back to David's Closet. On this channel we talk about handbags, accessories, small leather goods, all of those fun things from the male point of view and on the budget. So if that's something that's interesting to you, please subscribe to my channel. As always, I'm working really hard to grow my subscriber count, so I'd really appreciate it if you watch and don't subscribe. Gotta get on my soapbox here for a second. I can see through my analytics that a lot of my viewers actually aren't subscribers. So if you do like my content and you watch my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Not only does it help me and my channel grow, it also helps you stay up to date on my videos so you can better find them. They should show up on your homepage. And if you hit the bell notification, you'll get notified when I post. Today's shirt, I Do Crew, will be there for you. My sister got married a couple years ago, and we have a friends group, a lot like the friends group. Me and our other friends took her to Vegas for her bachelorette party. So this was the shirts that we all wore, and it was friends themed because we all love friends, because we are friends. So today's video will probably be pretty short. I'm pretty excited about it. This is just going to be more of a reveal and quick overview. I do want to do more in-depth videos on this, but for now, I just kind of want to show you the bag and a little bit of why I bought the bag. So before we get started, because I say this like anyone, you guys aren't going to say this, but I've said before, I don't particularly love to buy Coach bags right now. I just don't use them. There's nothing against them. They're excellent quality. And honestly, I'm speaking for the boutique, and even a lot of outlet bags I think are very nice. Though I do love Coach outlet, specifically SLGs. But as far as bags go, I try not to buy them anymore because there was a point in time where I bought them and, you know, I don't want to say they were cheap because they were not. Under no circumstances, you know, $300, $500, $700 for a bag cheap. I want to be clear. But they were less expensive than your traditional Louis Vuitton, Prada, Gucci handbag. You know, so I'd buy these bags for $500. They're beautiful, but I just don't reach for them. I have trouble reaching for them because I have all these other bags that I've spent so much more money on. So I feel like I definitely need to use these before I use those sometimes. So anyway, I'm not buying them anymore. I have several of them for sale. You will have seen my vlog sale video by the time you see this video. So also check out my Poshmark account. I will put the username here. I'm having trouble linking it, but the username will be there, and it's a picture of me, so you'll know it's my channel or my closet, so to speak. So today's video is a Coach unboxing, but a very special Coach reveal or unboxing. It is a vintage item, and it's my first true vintage Coach item. I have other Coach items that by age are either close to being vintage, but are not really vintage. This is truly vintage. This is closer in age to my Speedy, which we all know is my birth year at 1993. So since I'm not buying Coach bags and I'm not really into the brand at the moment other than SLGs, why did I buy a Coach bag? Great question. And for this, we are going to blame some people. They're going to be tagged below. Make sure you go check them out if you don't already. And disclaimer, I'm not really blaming these people. These are my friends and my YouTube colleagues, and I love their channels, and I love watching them and being on this platform with them and creating with them. But I'm going to blame a few people specifically. First, Eva Fuchsia Floyd. She has a collection of vintage Coach bags, and I think they are beautiful. Vintage Coach bags, they have something about them that make them something special. Like, you just want to have it. And then Dawn of Dawn Loves Couture, which was started by Eva because she sent her some bags, and then Dawn started buying some more vintage Coach. And I love Dawn's channel as well, very much. And her Coach collection really is great. And the bag I got is a bag that I've wanted. Of all the Coach bags that are vintage, there are two bags that I want, and this is the very first one at the top of my list. It's been on my wish list for a very long time. I just was always hesitant to buy it, but Eva, Dawn, and Autumn Beckman, I will link her below too, great creator. She did a huge video on these, and actually she got this bag in the exact color combination that I have it in, as well as a couple of others, or one other, and then she mentioned some other colors, and okay, when I watched her video, I bought it that same day. So I'm going to show you the bag and then I'll kind of explain. So here is the bag that I purchased. For anyone who has been watching these lovely ladies that I've mentioned, these fabulous ladies that I mentioned, you're gonna know this is the Coach Court. And this bag, I believe, came out in the 80s. It could have been a little bit, it could have been the 70s. I will put the actual year that this bag likely started and came out, but I know it was really popular in the 80s and 90s. And that's mostly the dates that I've seen. So maybe it was a little bit before, maybe it was the 70s, but I do think it was the 80s and 90s. So here it is. It has a lovely little top handle in there. It's a flat bag with the Coach turn lock, which I do believe was brought to the brand by Bonnie Cashin. And then it also has just a leather strap with the matching brass hardware. It's adjustable, so it's a shoulder bag, or it could be worn crossbody if you're small enough. But like all Coach bags, the strap is detachable, so you can use any strap you want. If you want a longer strap or a different fun strap, by all means, you can do that. The only thing you'll see that this bag does not come with is the Coach hang tag, which I was talking to Autumn because she had this bag and she mentioned that she might be selling hers once she's done with videos and research on it and using it for those purposes. And I told her, you know, if you sell it, let me know. I'm gonna buy it from you basically, but she's gonna be a minute. So I did find this in the meantime, and I'm very, very glad I did. Now it does look black, I think on camera, but it is in fact navy blue. And I have conditioned it really well. I'm going to do another round here and let it soak in again. But it's just that beautiful gloved hand leather. Of course, it does patina, so it's not brand new. But whoever had this bag, I feel like did condition it really well because it was in really good shape when I got it, as well as the hardware is all nice and clean. It's just missing the hang tag. And where I was going with that is I was talking to Autumn because I sent her pictures and asked her opinion on it when I received it, and she said that you can traditionally find these hang tags for about $30. So I'm hunting for one, and I know she's always finding things, so she offered to let me know if she finds one. So really, really excited about that, but in really, really good shape. It's just such the soft, supple leather here. You can see the strap is in really good shape for how old this bag is. And how old is it, you ask? We'll find out. So it has a slip pocket here in the back. One side, it's the gloved hand leather, and then on the reverse side, it is the suede. And it's just a slip pocket that goes the whole back of the bag. And it does smell like an old bag, but I would expect that because this bag is old. So you open the little S-lock, open her up. It's leather here. So this tells me that this is a newer bag. It's not one of the really old ones. I do believe the really old ones have suede here. And then of course it has the hardware, and then I have it stuffed because it needed to be shaped. I'll go over that here later as well. I also have some charcoal packs in it. So if you look at the inside of the bag, the back side, this is so hard to show you. I don't want to damage it, so I'm very careful with it. So the back side is leather with a zip pocket with the brass zipper, and then the Coach Creed is actually stamped in there. I'll post a picture of the Coach Creed from the listing. And then the other side is suede, and then the base, of course, is leather down there, and the sides are also suede. But it's just going to be impossible to see the Creed. And then there is another pocket here. That little brass fixture is the other side of the turn lock, and it's just suede on this side, leather on the bottom as well. So very similar to a lot of Coach bags. So I've restuffed it. But there it is, guys. And if you look at it, there is a little bit of corner wear Honestly, nothing super crazy. I'm gonna try to get out of the frame and hope it's gonna focus. I can't see the monitor right now, so I don't know if it's focusing or not, but there is a little bit of rubbing there, and there is a little bit on this side too, and the same on the back corners. Nothing crazy, and I'll be honest, with a little bit more conditioning, I think it will definitely clear up a lot more. But if you look at the brass hardware, it is in such good shape. The fixtures are in such good shape. And the handle's in pretty good shape. There's a few threads I just need to singe off of the handle or the strap, but I am really, really excited about this. And one of the reasons I went ahead and unboxed it when I first received it and conditioned it really well is the way it was shipped. Now, the seller I'm very happy with, and I'll buy from them again 100%. I did let them know in my little, feedback section that the bag was great, perfect condition, just as described. But it was mailed in one of these, and it did fit perfectly, I'm going to be honest. Like this, the bag with the strap inside, it fit absolutely perfect in here. But I don't like when people use just these little thin bubble mailers to send something like this, because if anything scratches it, it can cut right through it. It can get bent up. It was shoved in my mailbox kind of like this, so the bag was a little bit bent, so I had to make sure it was stuffed and, okay before I marked it as accepted. So if you're selling, I understand that these are easy because I sell too, but for stuff like this, try to find a box and honestly wrap it in bubble and then put it in the box, because it would be a shame for something this beautiful and in this such good condition to get damaged in transit because it wasn't packaged well. And as far as wanting this bag, there's two bags I've mentioned. One is the Coach Ergo, the vintage one, and then this bag. And the reason I like the Court is because I like the Cassie. And the Cassie is it's now discontinued, this version of the Cassie, but it is the newer version of the Court. Now, I know a lot of people say that this is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis, and they copied the Pochette Métis. They did take some inspiration, I think, when updating this bag, like the way the three compartments are gusseted and kind of separated. But to me, these look identical, and this came out decades before the Pochette Métis. So I do not think they copied. If anything, did Louis Vuitton copy Coach? I don't know. I think it's a very common and useful and really pretty design, so I don't think anyone necessarily copied, but since I love my Cassie, I really wanted one of these. Now, Autumn had a green color that she got. It's an olive green, and I really like the olive green that she got, but I really like, and I forget the name of the color. Again, I should have rewatched her video before I filmed this, but it's kind of like a forest green or like a hunter green. It's really dark. Beautiful green color. She actually had one linked in her video, and I think it was $350. I just didn't want to spend that much, but that green is absolutely gorgeous, and the olive color that she got is also gorgeous. But at that time, I decided I wanted one, so I just clicked her link. I was looking through a couple of hers. That $350 one was just a bit too much for me. I wanted to spend under $200. If not, honestly, closer to $100, and I was able to snag this for $150, so with tax and shipping, it was like $172. So I thought that was really good for the condition that it was in. The seller didn't have a lot of description. It pretty much just had the date code and the serial number and stuff in the description, and that was it. So I took a gamble. She did have good photos, so I feel like I got exactly what I ordered, so I'm thrilled with that. But of course, it's kind of scary when there's no description. Is there any funky smells? Is there anything I need to know? I wish that she would put that in the description as well. But again, great seller. Would totally buy from her again. I will also put hers below. I may try to either link some of her bags below or put her username on Poshmark, so you can go shop her closet too. But when I looked at colors, I was like, well, I don't want black because I have the Cassie in black, and I do want something a little different. Because I don't use my Coach bags very often or nearly enough, I try to buy them now in colors that I traditionally wouldn't buy in other bags because they're fun. They're going to be beautiful behind me. They're fun to look at, and once in a blue moon, I can pull them out and use them. So I didn't want a black one because I already have the black Cassie. So I wanted something different, and I know that the navy looks black, but it's not. I looked at a couple of other colors, and they're really expensive, and this one was just, I feel like, too good of a deal to pass up. So I went ahead and snagged it, and I'm really excited that I did. I am going to condition it and let it just kind of soak up all of that lovely conditioner for a little bit longer, and then I'm actually going to carry this for a couple of days this next week. So be prepared for a review and a comparison to the Coach Cassie. So let me know what you guys think. Did I get a good deal? Is it beautiful? All of those details. Do you prefer the Court or the Cassie? Do you think I chose a good color? All those things. I love to know down below. I want you guys to tell me everything. And on that note, I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.